Alright, so today's video is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. Today I'm going to be showing you a few different methods of getting set up for an air dribble, and I will be sharing a method that has worked for me when I started air dribbling. I tried to search up a few different types of YouTube videos on how to air dribble, and they just weren't really useful for me since I couldn't understand how they did it. And so I came up with my own little method of how to air dribble. And it worked really well for me. I think in the higher ranks it's a little difficult and you'll need to understand how to get the ball up really fast. But in the lower ranks it's definitely useful for understanding how to get the air dribble set up. In higher ranks you have to be very quick and efficient in how you get your air dribble set up, or else someone else will come and tackle you or bump you or steal your ball. So you must be very quick in the higher ranks. But anything really below champ is honestly okay. But my method for setting up air dribbles is to drive the ball at full speed as such, and then right before you hit the wall, hit the brake and then boost into the ball. And this will set up the ball in a way that you're coming from underneath it and at the angle you want, and you'll end up hitting the ball out into near middle of the field, which then you can catch up to. As a lot of tutorials say, you want to be right next to the ball mostly, and so you want to jump at the same time that the ball goes off. But for me, getting the ball in the right positioning first is the most important thing. If I drive up it like this and jump off, the ball's not in the right position for me to do it. So when I was in Plat trying to do this, the air dribble techniques made no sense, and I couldn't really get a grasp on it because I couldn't get the ball off the wall. The ball would go too high and then I'd end up doing that. You'll actually just go ahead and hit the brake right before you get to the wall like this, and then speed back up to hit the ball. I find that this gives you a very consistent touch on the ball that's always the right distance away. And you have to boost to the ball. So you want to boost a little bit so that the ball is going about this speed, about its the car's full speed without going supersonic. And you'll know the car's full speed because it looks like this. Alright, so you'll be driving full speed, hitting the brake, and then boosting. Now this is also the way you can set up a ceiling shot or such. So this is really just a perfect all-around setup, is because you pop the ball far enough away from the wall in order to do the air dribble. So I'm going to example what this looks like in full speed so that you guys can see what it looks like. And you can either tap the brake really hard or you can tap it softly. I personally used to tap very hard because it would give me enough distance from the ball in order to hit it and then catch up to the ball. But you can also tap it very soft, which will give you a little bit less of a distance from the wall to go towards the ball. So the less you tap brake, the closer you'll be to the ball, but the closer it will be to the wall itself, if that makes sense. I'll draw a little graph. Alright, so there's the graph that kind of shows distance and where you should be. And that's my method of air dribbling that I tried back in the day. Maybe someone else has done this. I'm not saying that it's mine, but I haven't come across any other videos, so I haven't seen anyone else do it. So I apologize if someone else has done it. So some other methods you might see are just continuing being close to the ball instead of backing off very far. I still use the brake personally just because I'm so used to it. But you might also see stuff like them flip into the ball to get boost and then catch up to it. This works well. There's another method where you're supposed to drive up the wall and just jump off with the ball. So I'd say give it a shot if the other methods haven't worked for you. So basically drive full speed, hit the brake, and then boost into it, and then jump off right after you hit the ball. This should set up the ball in a position that's relatively easy for you to get to. Alright, so that concludes my air dribble setup tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Keep in mind that this was not an air dribble tutorial, and I'm definitely not an air dribble specialist, but I was showing you a method that I used to learn when I was a little bit lower ranked, since it was difficult for me to understand how to get it properly set up consistently. If you guys enjoyed, stay tuned for some more videos. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. I've been a little bit busy, but I plan on uploading some more awesome Rocket League content. I have been collaborating with a few people to make some montages, as you might have seen. But with that said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace out. Follow my Twitter.